Hi kids, welcome to the channel Drizzling Treasures. Let's get into today's story.
Once there lived a rich merchant named Krishna who was selling iron bars. Time passed and his business turned for the worse. Soon it was so bad that he not only lost all his money but also got into debt. So he decided to leave the town and find his fortune in some other new place. He sold off all his possessions to pay down for his debts. Finally, he was left with only one iron beam which he could not sell to anybody. Though he tried hard to find a customer, no one seemed to buy them. He suddenly remembered one of his friends named Gopal, who was also a dealer of iron. Gopal had a godown where he kept his raw iron for sale as and when he found customers. His godown was very large so that he could easily keep Krishna's iron beam in one corner. So Krishna went to meet Gopal and requested him to keep his iron beam until he returned back home. "Of course, my friend, I will keep the beam safe for you," said Gopal. Krishna thanked Gopal and left the town with a light heart. He traveled far and wide for many years and worked very hard. He started trading in spices and soon became rich again. Krishna returned back to his town and bought a new house with all the money he earned and even opened a very large shop. One day, after finishing all his works, Krishna went to meet Gopal. Gopal warmly welcomed Krishna. They talked for a long time. As he was about to leave, Krishna asked Gopal to return his beam. Gopal had no intention of returning it as he knew that when sold, it would fetch him a good price. So now Gopal put on a sad face and said, "Krishna, something bad has happened. I kept the beam safely in my storeroom, but mice had eaten it all. I am really very sorry, Krishna." As Krishna understood what is going on in Gopal's mind, he said, "Please don't feel sorry. It's not your fault." Gopal was pleased to see that Krishna had fallen for the lie. How stupid can one be? Thought Gopal. Meanwhile, Krishna asked Gopal to send his son with him so that he could hand over the gifts he brought for them. Happy Gopal immediately asked his son Nandu to go with Krishna and bring the gifts. Once Nandu and Krishna reached their home, Krishna locked Nandu in a toy room of his house where he played so happily that he totally forgot about going back home. When Nandu did not return by evening, Gopal got worried and came to ask about the whereabouts of his son. At that time, Krishna said, "I'm really sorry, Gopal. It was so unfortunate. While we were coming to my house, a hawk came down and carried away Nandu. I tried following the hawk for some time but could not keep pace. I am so sorry, my friend." On hearing this, Gopal became furious. He accused Krishna of lying. He insisted that a hawk could not carry off a 10-year-old boy. Very soon, a quarrel started between them and they both went to the court. Gopal went in front of the magistrate and said, "Your Honor, I had sent my son with this man to get some gifts from his house, but my son has not returned since. This man has stolen my son. After listening to Gopal, the magistrate ordered Krishna to return the boy to his father. But Krishna insisted that a hawk carried off the boy. After listening to Krishna, the magistrate asked him, how was it even possible? To this, Krishna replied, if mice can eat up an iron beam, then surely a hawk can carry off a boy. And now the magistrate understood that something has already happened between them. So he asked Krishna to explain everything in detail. Krishna then narrated the entire story. After listening to him, everybody in the courtroom had a good laugh. Then the magistrate ordered Gopal to return the iron beam to Krishna, and also ordered Krishna to return Gopal's son. As per the magistrate's order, Gopal returned the iron beam to Krishna, and Krishna brought back Nandu to Gopal's home. You know what? Nandu came home with a lot of gifts. When Gopal met Nandu, he asked him what had really happened in Krishna's home. Nandu explained that he had a lot of fun in Krishna's home as he had lots of toys to play with and he really enjoyed being there in his home. This made Gopal feel very guilty of his mean act and he apologized to Krishna for his mistake. Krishna accepted Gopal's apology and gave him a tight hug. Then they both started helping each other in tough times, by which they became more like a family than just being friends. From then on, they started enjoying each other's company in happy as well as tough times of their life.
Glad you tuned in. Loved the story? Smash that thumbs up, leaving your cool comments. Subscribe and share with your squad. More curious? Hit the magical bell button. See you soon with another exciting tale. Bye bye.